Yeah, so I wanted to talk a little more about my posts recently about my weight loss, um, and I want y'all to know something. It wasn't just the physical weight that I lost; it was some internal weight that I lost. You see, in February, I went to the doctor for a regular checkup because I finally got my benefits. Because y'all know I got a new job, and I wanted to use my benefits. So I go in, I get my blood drawn and everything, and then I get the lab results. And doctor comes in, I'm expecting everything's fine. He's like, we need to have a talk. Like, your sugar levels are high. And if you don't change it, you could be at risk for pre-diabetes or worse, diabetes. And I'm like, what? Now, y'all know I love pizza, I love pasta, I love lemonade, I love my sweets. And sometimes it's easier to order a pizza than it is to cook. And I love my sweets. I mean, who doesn't? So when he said this to me, he's also making suggestions, types of things I could eat. Because I asked immediately, I said, okay, well, what can I do to change this? He said, you need to exercise more. You need to change how you eat. I told him the things I was eating, the things I just mentioned, things like that. He's like, that's a lot of starch, all that bread. And I was like, wow. Like, it really hit me. Because I know how fragile life is. I know. We all were here for COVID. The quarantine, COVID is still happening. But the quarantine itself, we were all here during the quarantine. And so many beautiful people lost their lives because of COVID. And not just COVID, I would say more so how inconsiderate the world has been to keeping each other safe. I don't think we really appreciate health here in America. But that kind of woke me up. It showed me that how fragile life is and how we do have some power in the say. Yeah, power and the say in our health. So when he told me this, I'm like, wow, Desmond, like, it kind of messed me up, you know? But I'm not a quitter. I'm not someone who just like, when I hear bad news, I don't immediately like just go like down. I get sad, but I'm like, okay, well, what can I do? I know that sometimes there's nothing you can do, and that can be freeing too. But I asked him, what can I do? And he told me those things. That's okay, bet. Is this what I have to do? Then this is what I'm going to do. So I have a friend who's a nutritionist. I reached out to her, and she let me know how many carbs per meal I can have. Because at the time, I didn't want to lose weight. I wanted to turn it on to muscle because I weighed 200 and something pounds. And I like being bigger because I'm 25 years old. Okay, I want to be a big guy. I don't want to be easily pushed over. I am not a twink. But so I was passionate about keeping my body, but turning it into muscle, and I was interested in eating better. And my sister Jasmine, she's really good at with those kind of choices with food wise. So she got me on the spinach, the kale, some lentils, some quinoa, those things. And then my friend, like, she was very like, because this is what she does. So the carbs down. And then she broke down like what gives you carbs and focusing on protein. And she emphasized walking more. And then I was like, okay, all right, cool. So I went to the store. I got some eggs, some yogurt, some spinach, some kale, and I turned those into my breakfast. Every morning, I have 2 eggs, spinach, kale, yogurt, and some almonds. Every morning. And I started my morning off with that, and then I would go to work. And before I would go inside the building, I would walk around the building to get some extra steps in. Then I came home, I got some exercise in too. And in the beginning, I couldn't do a whole bunch of exercise, because I was out of shape. I couldn't even do 10 push-ups without feeling like I was going to die. Then my coworker, talking to her, she really, really emphasized the seriousness of the situation. I would eat something, in front of her, and she'd be like, okay, so you just tell me about your health, right? But you're not eating like you care. Like, this is serious. This can get worse if you're not serious about it. So, like, having her in my corner being like that, kind of, be for real about this, Desmond. This is serious. You don't want to have to poke your finger every day or multiple times a day for some people. It's an inconvenience, and then constantly have to measure how what you eat, and then it's like the consequences continuing to the hospital. It's like, it's scary, it's terrifying. So you gotta take it serious, especially when they're saying that you have a chance to prevent it. So then, I came home. In the beginning, I could only do 10 minutes, so I trusted myself. I said 10 minutes of working out. Started with some push-ups. I have some weights, lifting my weights. You did some yoga, because you gotta stretch. And Monday through Friday, I would give myself I'll give myself an opportunity. 10 minutes per day, Monday through Friday. And then started looking at what can I eat, because I started getting sad. Because I'm like, I can't have nothing, right? I can't eat nothing. What can I eat? I can't have this, I can't have that, I can't have this. And my friend, she was telling me no, she's like, don't focus so much on what you can't have. Focus on what you can have. And stop using the word can't have. You can have anything. But it's about how you eat what you have it. If you're going to have chocolate, put some peanuts in it. If you're going to have pizza, does it only have to be pepperoni? Can you put some vegetables on it? Does it have to be a large pizza? Do you not have to eat, can you also get a salad with it? Do you need to get pizza, pasta, chicken, and breadsticks? Do you have to eat the whole sub in one setting with chips and a cookie and a large drink? Do you have to? It's like, it was helping me realize the options I have. So, with this support system, I've been able to turn this journey into something that I hope it's not that I hope. Turn this journey into something that makes me a better person. This wasn't about getting a six-pack and becoming better looking or anything like that to society. Because I like the fluff. But when it comes to my health, it's like, I could be fluffy, I could be skinny, but if I'm unhealthy, it don't mean nothing. So I was consistent. There was one day when it was so hard to work out, but I did it anyway. I had to hug myself on the floor. I was just crying. I said, but you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And my sister and my brother encouraged me the whole time. I didn't tell a lot of people because it was nervous time for me. It was nerve-wracking for me. But I'm happy I told someone because I got my motivation. So now, instead of just doing 10 minutes, I moved up to 40 minutes, Monday through Friday. I have my breakfast every morning. I eat lots of, protein, spinach and kale and peppers. In my meals, you know, I've been very consistent. And this is why I got my results. And what's crazy is I changed the outside of my body by changing the inside of my body. That's beautiful. That's changed from the inside out. So that's how I'm going to see this journey. No, it's an adventure. This is an adventure. And I'm just so grateful that I get a chance to tell this story with this kind of situation. I'm gonna still keep, going to the doctor. We're gonna go again in 3 months, because this is going to be a thing. I want to make sure that I'm being consistent with my health, and not just my blood sugar, but everything. I want to be on top of my health because I want to live for a long time. It's important for everybody to want to live, and especially if you come from a community where your life is so mistreated and undervalued. It's a beautiful thing to hear a black man talking about how much he wants to live. It's a beautiful thing to hear a young black man say, I love my life, I want my life, I need my life, I want to take care of my life, I cherish my life. That's a beautiful thing, y'all. And then to have other people in his life who encourage him in that regard, y'all, that's crazy. So I just want to give this little brief thing. I'm going to keep posting about this, not in the annoying way. I'm not going to be posting shirtless pictures all the time, stuff, because that's not Desmond. But I just wanted to just show y'all something practical, because it means a lot to me. God is so good. For everybody he put in my life, for how good he's been to me, I want to use the life he's given me to good use. Use it for him, and use it to help myself and everyone, because we all need love, we all need hope. And I'm just so thankful that I have the opportunity to have all that as I am. I love y'all, and remember, y'all ain't no punks.